Ladies and gentlemen, there are moments in life that shake us to our core, moments that seem to test our very essence. Sometimes these moments come from people we trust, those we believe would never betray us, and yet betrayal finds its way into our lives. It's in these times of deep hurt and disillusionment that we begin to understand the true nature of our strength, our courage, and the untapped power that lies within us. Betrayal, as painful as it may be, is not the end of our story. It is, in fact, one of the most profound experiences we can face because it reveals to us the depth of our resilience and our ability to rise, no matter the circumstances. When betrayal strikes, it can feel like the ground has been ripped from beneath our feet, leaving us to question everything. We may wonder if we are somehow unworthy, if we have been too trusting, or if we could have done something differently to avoid the hurt. But here lies a powerful truth: betrayal does not define us. It may knock us down, it may cause us to stumble, but it is not the betrayal that determines our strength, it is our response to it. In those vulnerable moments, when the pain is most intense, that is where we find the opportunity to tap into the deepest parts of ourselves. Courage is not the absence of fear or pain. Courage is found in the willingness to keep going despite those things. When someone betrays us, we are faced with a choice. We can allow ourselves to be consumed by the hurt, the anger, and the disappointment, or we can find the courage to rise above it. It is easy to fall into despair, to believe that we will never be the same again, that the betrayal has broken something inside us. But in reality, betrayal can serve as the spark that ignites a fire within, a fire that will propel us to become stronger, more compassionate, and more determined than ever before. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to heal, and to grow in the face of adversity. When we experience betrayal, it can feel as if we have been knocked off course. We may feel lost, uncertain of how to move forward, but it is in these moments, when we feel the weight of the world pressing down on us, that our resilience is born. Resilience doesn't mean that we never feel pain or doubt. It means that, despite these emotions, we keep moving forward. We choose not to let the betrayal define us, but instead let it teach us something invaluable about ourselves. Every time we rise from a setback, every time we refuse to be defeated by the challenges in our path, we become more resilient, more capable, and more unstoppable. Betrayal is often a reminder that we are human, that we are capable of feeling deeply, of loving fiercely, and of trusting with all our hearts. But it is also a reminder that we have a power within us that we may not have fully recognized until we are pushed to our limits. It is in the face of betrayal that we see just how much we can endure, how much we can rise above, and how much strength we have yet to discover. The betrayal, in its cruel way, forces us to dig deep into our souls, to ask ourselves what we are truly made of. It is in those moments of searching, of questioning, that we come to realize that we are made of something far stronger than we could have ever imagined. We are made of courage, resilience, and a strength that cannot be broken, no matter what life throws our way. It is important to remember that, just as a diamond is formed under pressure, so too is our inner strength, forged in the crucible of adversity. The pain of betrayal may leave scars, but those scars are not signs of weakness. They are marks of survival, of growth, and of transformation. They remind us that we have been tested and have come through the other side stronger, wiser, and more self-aware. We are not weaker for having faced betrayal. We are stronger for having survived it, for having used it as a stepping stone on our journey toward becoming the best versions of ourselves. What betrayal truly does is reveal to us a power we may have never fully understood before. It strips away the illusions, the false beliefs, and the fears that hold us back from realizing our full potential. And once those layers are peeled away, we are left with the unshakable truth that no matter what happens, we have the strength to move forward, to heal, and to grow. The betrayal will no longer have the power to define us. We will define ourselves by the courage we show, by the resilience we demonstrate, and by the unwavering belief that, no matter how hard the road may be, we will always find our way back to who we truly are. Through every betrayal, we learn the most important lesson of all, that we are more powerful than we could ever have imagined, and we have the ability to rise again, stronger and more determined than ever before. In life, we face many challenges, some of which seem to test our very character. But the greatest test often comes not from the events themselves, but from how we respond to them. It is not the hardship, the failure, or the setback that determines our fate. It is the way we choose to rise from them. When faced with betrayal, loss, or disappointment, we find ourselves at a crossroads where we must make a crucial decision. Will we let these experiences define us, or will we define ourselves through our actions? The answer lies in how we respond. We cannot always control what happens to us, but we can always control how we respond, and it is this response that shapes our destiny. The moment of betrayal, the moment when trust is broken, may initially knock us to our knees. It may feel as if the world is crumbling around us and we can easily succumb to feelings of anger, frustration, and hopelessness. In those dark moments, it is easy to believe that we are powerless, that we have been betrayed by someone or something larger than ourselves. But the truth is that in these moments we are not powerless. We are actually at our most powerful because we have the choice to rise, to move forward, and to transform our pain into purpose. What truly defines us is not the betrayal itself, but the decision we make after it happens. Will we allow the experience to break us, to consume us with bitterness and resentment? Or will we rise above it, learn from it, and become stronger because of it? Our response is where our true power lies. We have the ability to choose not to let the actions of others dictate our happiness or our future. We are not defined by the betrayal we face, but by the strength, resilience, and courage we display in response to it. When faced with betrayal, it is common to feel as though we have been wronged beyond measure, and understandably so. But the greatest power we can tap into in these moments is the ability to choose our mindset. We can choose to view the betrayal as a setback, a roadblock that stands in our way, or we can choose to view it as an opportunity for growth. Adversity, no matter how painful, is also an invitation to rise. It forces us to confront our deepest fears and uncertainties, to reassess what truly matters, and to learn how to move forward with purpose. Every challenge we face is a chance to become more than we were before. Every hardship is an opportunity to discover new depths of our strength and resilience. In choosing to rise from betrayal, we not only take back control of our lives, but we also affirm our own worth and power. We affirm that we are not victims of circumstance, that we are creators of our own future. We are not passive bystanders in our own lives, we are the authors of our own stories, and in every chapter we have the ability to choose how we respond. Even when faced with betrayal, we hold the pen and we decide how the story unfolds. This is where true freedom lies, the ability to decide how we respond to life's challenges. It is not about denying the pain, pretending that the betrayal never happened, or avoiding the emotions that come with it. It is about acknowledging those feelings, accepting them, and then choosing to move forward in a way that aligns with who we truly are. It is about understanding that while we cannot change the past, we have the power to shape our future. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, we have the ability to rise above it and create something better for ourselves. The power of choice extends beyond the response to betrayal. It also influences how we approach the future. Once we recognize that we have the ability to rise, to heal, and to grow, we begin to see challenges not as threats but as opportunities. We no longer fear the hardships that come our way, because we know that every obstacle is simply another chance to prove to ourselves just how strong, resilient, and capable we are. The more we rise, the more we realize that nothing can keep us down for long. We have an unwavering belief in our own strength, a belief that is built on each and every time we choose to stand up after we've been knocked down. By responding to betrayal with strength, grace, and courage, we not only demonstrate our resilience, but we also inspire others to do the same. We become living examples of the power of choice, of the fact that we are never defined by what happens to us, but by how we choose to respond. Our actions ripple out into the world, influencing those around us and showing them that they too can rise from their own challenges, no matter how insurmountable they may seem. Every day we are presented with choices. In every challenge we have the opportunity to define who we are and who we will become. When we choose to rise, we reclaim our power and take control of our narrative. We are the ones who decide how our story unfolds, and with each decision we make, we write a new chapter of strength, resilience, and courage. We are the authors of our own destiny, and nothing, not betrayal, not failure, not loss, can ever take that away from us. Life has a way of challenging us when we least expect it. We often find ourselves confronted with moments that seem to strike out of nowhere, leaving us stunned, hurt, and questioning everything we thought we knew. But it is precisely in these difficult moments that we are given the opportunity to discover the most powerful thing within us, our ability to turn pain into purpose. At the heart of every setback, every betrayal, every loss, there lies the chance to transform our hurt into something meaningful. The challenges we face are not simply obstacles, they are the crucibles in which our greatest strength and deepest purpose are forged. When we experience betrayal, disappointment, or failure, the immediate impact can feel overwhelming. It can feel like everything we've worked for has been taken away from us, that the trust we placed in someone or something has been shattered, and that we are left with nothing but the pain of it all. The emotions that follow are real, and they should not be dismissed. It's natural to feel betrayed, hurt, and even angry when things don't go as expected. But in the midst of this pain, there is an incredible opportunity for transformation. Rather than allowing pain to break us, we have the power to let it shape us into something greater. Pain, though difficult to endure, has the capacity to teach us invaluable lessons about ourselves. It forces us to confront our weaknesses, our vulnerabilities, and our fears. It compels us to dig deeper, to question who we are and what we truly value. And in that questioning, we uncover our inner strength, the strength that had been there all along, waiting for the right moment to emerge. Through pain, we learn the power of resilience. It is not in the absence of hardship that we grow, but in our ability to bounce back, to rise after being knocked down, and to keep moving forward despite the odds. The challenges we face are not meant to keep us stuck. They are meant to propel us toward greater self-awareness and growth. Every setback we encounter is an invitation to evolve, to become a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate version of ourselves. When we face hardship and choose to rise from it, we begin to see that we are not defined by our circumstances. We are defined by the strength with which we face them. In the midst of betrayal or loss, we may feel as if everything we have worked for has been stolen from us, but that is not the truth. What is truly ours, the part of us that no one can take away, is the ability to grow, to learn, and to create meaning from even the most difficult experiences. We can choose how we respond to the challenges that come our way. We can allow ourselves to be consumed by pain, or we can use that pain as the fuel that drives us forward. Turning pain into purpose means shifting our perspective. It's about understanding that the hurt we experience is not the end of our story. It's a chapter, a powerful chapter, that teaches us how to become more resilient, more empathetic, and more connected to our true selves. It forces us to ask what matters most, what we truly value, and what we are capable of when we tap into our deepest reserves of strength. Pain becomes a tool for self-discovery, a way for us to unlock the parts of ourselves that were hidden beneath the surface. When we choose to turn pain into purpose, we take control of our own narrative. We refuse to be passive victims of circumstance. Instead, we become active participants in our own healing and growth. We recognize that while we cannot control the actions of others or the events that unfold around us, we can control how we choose to respond. We can choose to learn from our experiences, to grow from them, and to use them as stepping stones toward a brighter future. In doing so, we not only reclaim our own power, but we also inspire those around us. Our ability to rise from hardship and transform pain into purpose serves as a beacon for others who may be struggling with their own challenges. When we face adversity with grace and resilience, we show others that it is possible to overcome even the greatest obstacles. We demonstrate that no matter how hard life may seem, there is always a way forward, always a path to healing and growth. Turning pain into purpose is not always easy, and it is not always immediate. The journey of transformation takes time, and there will be moments when we feel overwhelmed, when we doubt our strength, or when we question if we are truly capable of overcoming the pain. But it is in those moments of doubt that we must remember one thing: the greatest growth happens in the most difficult times. The most profound lessons come when we are faced with adversity, and it is through these challenges that we discover just how capable we truly are. The process of turning pain into purpose requires patience, courage, and determination. It requires the belief that, despite the setbacks we face, we can rise again stronger than before. And when we do, we not only find our own purpose, but we also find the strength to help others find theirs. Every step we take on this journey of transformation brings us closer to the life we are meant to live, one filled with meaning, fulfillment, and the unwavering knowledge that no matter what we face, we have the power to turn our pain into something beautiful. When we are confronted with adversity, it often feels like the world is working against us. We may be knocked down, blindsided by challenges that seem insurmountable, and find ourselves at a crossroads where everything feels uncertain. It is in these moments that we discover something extraordinary, our own ability to rise again. Adversity is not meant to break us, it is meant to build us. Each time we overcome a setback, we grow stronger, more resilient, and more capable of handling whatever comes our way. The truth is, overcoming adversity is not just a matter of surviving, it is about thriving in the face of hardship. The very nature of adversity forces us to confront our weaknesses, our doubts, and our fears. It strips away the comforts of our everyday life, pushing us to dig deeper than we ever thought possible. When everything seems to be falling apart, we are left with only one choice: to rebuild. And in that rebuilding, we discover an untapped source of strength that we never knew existed. Each challenge we face is an opportunity to stretch our limits, to prove to ourselves that we are capable of far more than we ever imagined. In the face of adversity, we realize that we are not defined by the obstacles that come before us, but by how we choose to face them. It is in those moments of struggle that we find our true character. We learn what we are truly made of, not just in the moments of success, but in the moments of defeat as well. It is easy to feel defeated when things aren't going well, but it is in those very moments that we must dig deeper, keep moving forward, and believe that every setback is an invitation for growth. Adversity teaches us that we are far more capable than we give ourselves credit for. The strength we need to overcome challenges is already inside of us. It is a part of our nature. Every time we rise from a difficult situation, we build the foundation for even greater victories ahead. Our resilience becomes our greatest asset, and we realize that no matter how difficult the road may seem, we have the power to keep going. Adversity does not have the final word, we do. Through every trial we learn, we grow, and we become stronger. Every challenge we face, every hardship we endure, carries with it an opportunity for transformation. It is in the most difficult moments that we are presented with a choice: to succumb to the weight of adversity or to rise and move forward with strength and purpose. Challenges are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones that lead us to new heights, deeper understanding, and greater resilience. When we embrace the journey with all its twists and turns, we discover that setbacks are simply temporary pauses that propel us to the next level of growth. We learn that the obstacles in our path are not there to defeat us, but to shape us into the person we are meant to become. The true power in facing challenges lies not in the victory itself, but in how we approach the journey. Each obstacle forces us to reassess our perspective, to question what we truly want and value, and to recognize what we are capable of achieving. In times of struggle, we learn that we can't always control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. And this control over our response is where our greatest power lies. By choosing to face challenges head-on and viewing them as opportunities for growth, we unlock our potential for transformation. As we move through life, we often encounter setbacks that test our patience, resolve, and beliefs. These are not moments to shy away from, but moments to embrace. Every challenge is a chance to push beyond our limits and discover new parts of ourselves, strengths we never knew existed, skills we never thought we possessed, and an inner resilience that defies all odds. We are not defined by the challenges we face, but by how we choose to respond to them. The more we rise above adversity, the more we build an unshakable foundation that empowers us to take on whatever comes next. Each challenge we face teaches us something new about our capacity for perseverance, determination, and growth. It is through embracing the journey with all of its challenges that we truly evolve. We learn not to fear difficulties, but to see them as catalysts for our own personal transformation. The road ahead may be filled with obstacles, but with every step we grow stronger, more capable, and more confident in our ability to overcome anything that lies in our path. In life, we often encounter situations where others attempt to hurt us, betray us, or take something from us. These moments can feel devastating, as if the trust we placed in people or systems has been violated. It's easy to feel like we've lost something valuable or that we have been wronged beyond measure. But one of the most powerful realizations comes from understanding that betrayal or hurt rarely takes anything from us in the long run. While the person who betrayed us may think they've gained something, the truth is that they often lose far more than they realize. The cost of betrayal is higher for them than it could ever be for us, because it is their integrity, their trustworthiness, and their connection to others that is forever damaged. When we face betrayal, we may feel broken or hurt, but in reality we are given an opportunity to rebuild and emerge stronger. Our ability to heal, move forward, and continue to trust ourselves and the world around us shows our true strength. The person who betrays another loses something far more valuable than any material gain. They lose their place in your life, their peace of mind, and their ability to find true connection. Betrayal may seem like a short-term victory for those who think they have taken something from us, but it is, in fact, a long-term loss for them. They lose not just our trust, but their own ability to truly connect and build meaningful relationships with others. What may initially feel like a defeat is, in truth, an empowerment. By rising above betrayal, we reclaim our own power. We choose to keep our integrity intact and move forward, showing the world that no one else's actions can determine our worth or our ability to succeed. It is the person who betrays that becomes isolated, disconnected, and unable to experience the deep fulfillment that comes from genuine trust and authenticity. While we may experience temporary pain, we have the capacity to grow, learn, and evolve. Betrayal only costs us if we allow it to define our future. But when we rise above, we not only overcome the immediate hurt, but also reclaim our dignity, our peace, and our purpose. The person who betrays us may believe they have taken something from us, but in reality they've only lost the privilege of walking alongside someone who is strong enough to overcome any obstacle and rise again. Their cost is far greater than anything they can take. When life presents us with moments of betrayal, loss, or challenge, it is easy to feel as if we have been struck by something we can't overcome. The immediate emotional impact may be overwhelming, and the temptation to retreat into ourselves or to give up can be powerful. Yet it is in those exact moments when we feel that everything is falling apart that we are given the greatest opportunity for growth. What seems like the end of something is often the beginning of a powerful transformation. Every setback, every betrayal, every difficulty carries within it the seed of a new beginning. It is not the betrayal itself that holds power over us, but how we choose to respond to it. The greatest power we have is in our ability to decide what our future looks like, no matter how dark the present moment may seem. It is easy to feel defeated when others hurt us, but we must remind ourselves that their actions do not determine our worth. We are not victims of circumstance, and we do not have to allow their actions to define us. When we choose to respond with strength and resilience, we not only heal, but we also elevate ourselves above the situation. By choosing to rise above the pain, we reclaim our power. We begin to realize that nothing and no one can take away our inner strength, our dignity, or our ability to move forward. This realization is the key to breaking free from the grip of betrayal and moving toward a future full of possibility. Each challenge we face becomes an opportunity to redefine ourselves, to grow stronger, and to emerge wiser. It is through the most painful experiences that we discover new depths of courage, new strengths we never thought we had. The journey of healing is not always quick or easy, but it is a journey that ultimately leads to greater self-awareness, greater resilience, and greater compassion. When we choose to take control of our response to betrayal, we begin to see the situation not as something that happened to us, but as something that happened for us. These challenges provide us with a chance to grow in ways we never could have imagined, to move forward with even more determination and purpose than before. The power of choice is what sets us free. No one can dictate our future unless we allow them to. We have the ability to decide how we will respond to life's difficulties, and in doing so, we create the life we deserve. Through resilience, strength, and courage, we can overcome anything, transforming the greatest challenges into the foundation of our success.